So we're going to start in a seated position and we're going to work on our breath. So welcome to this wonderful Saturday morning yoga. Relaxing the shoulders down and away from your ears. Have length in your spine, your neck is nice and long. Softness in your breath. So really focus on your breath. We're going to inhale through the nose. Feel the lungs rise and expand. And as we exhale, you can rest your hands either lightly on your knees or backs of your hands on the knees with the thumb to the index fingers, whatever works for you and your body. Breathing in through the nose. Feel the chest rise. And as you exhale, through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. So as you inhale through the nose, you may note that one of your nostrils may be a little more open, one may be a little more blocked. So we're going to work on a little bit of alternate nostril breathing to start us off. Place your thumb on one nostril. Inhale through the open nostril. Closing both nostrils, keeping the mouth closed, and then open the thumb nostril and exhale. And repeat, open on the inhale on the open nostril. Feel the chest rise, hold and close. And then exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Do a few more. So work with your body. Breathing in through the open nostril. Hold and close. Exhale. Be on your own. And again. And bring your breath back to normal. Fill the lungs and then. And again, inhale. And now bring your hands to your heart space. Fingertips touching. Inhale up to the sky. Positive energy. And as you exhale, open up the chest. And again, inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Place your elbow to the floor and reach, stretch and lengthen. Just do a little release there of the neck, just mobilizing into the neck. Then back to that neutral position. Over to the other side, a lovely side body stretch. And back to that neutral position. One more time each side. Beautiful stretch, lengthen through. Back to that neutral position. And again, wonderful side body stretch. And back to that neutral position. Opposite hands to opposite knees. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Relaxing the shoulders, releasing any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Over to the other side. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. And back to that neutral position. Hands to the knees. Round through the back. Exhale. Lift the crown of the head. Inhale. Rounding and arching through the back. Exhale. And floating and lengthening through the neck. Inhale. Let's come into Dandasana, the legs out in front. Give those legs just a little pedal, a little bit of movement there, and float up to the sky. Inhale, big stretch, nice straight back. And as you exhale, fold towards your toes. If you need to bend your knees to reach your toes, that's absolutely fine. Pull the toes towards you. Pull away with the toes, stretch into the neck, the back, and the shoulders, and just let the heart sink into the thighs. Really soften the brow. Take a moment just to relax the mind and the body. And then slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. Let's float up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reach towards the toes, folding the heart towards the thighs, softening the brow. And then slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. Lying down and hugging the knees into the chest. Give the back a wonderful massage. So rock from side to side. Just really feel the earth beneath you. Just rock and release and let go. And then with the toes together, start to open and close the inner thighs. Inhale, exhale. Really feel the earth beneath you as you massage the back and open and close the hips. This is a lovely release for the hips, the back. Can you feel the support of the earth underneath your back, your head, and your neck? And then dangle the toes from the sky. If the legs a little shake out, flexing, pointing, mobilizing, and then just hang out from the sky with softness in the knees. Hang the arms, dangle from the sky, maybe close the eyes or lower the gaze, as if someone's pegged you to the sky through your fingertips and through your toes. Now float the shoulders off. Inhale. Bring the shoulders back down. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. It's a lovely stretch out for the neck, the back, and the shoulders. And then exhale. Now, as if you were pulling a rope, reach up on one side, reach up on the other side, really mobilizing into those shoulders. And then release. Fantastic. Hug the knees, crunch into that little ball, nose to knees, and then release. Crunch and release. Hands behind the backs of the knees, and then just hug them into the chest and rock from side to side. Now float the heels up to the sky, elbows to the inside of the knees, so into happy baby pose. Take the fingers between the big toe and the next toe and just draw the heels up to the sky. So the elbows are to the inside of the knees. And then we just stretch and bend. And as you bend, you bring the elbow to the inside of the knee. As you stretch and lengthen and mobilize. It's a really lovely stretch here for the inner thighs. Stretch out into a diamond V, so open up and then draw the heels together and open up and then draw the heels together. It's a bit like frog legs. Open up nice and wide, heels together, bend the knees, open up and then bend the knees. Looking good. Here we go. Inhale. As you open up, exhale, bend. Keeping the elbows to the inside of the knees. Wonderful. Now place the feet to the floor with the knees bent. And do a little rotation from side to side, rocking, dropping the knees to the right, then to the left, keeping the shoulders in contact with the earth. Maybe take the arms out wide into a T shape. So as the knees drop to the left, the eye gaze and shoulders go to the right. And as the knees go to the right, the shoulders and eye gaze go to the left. A wonderful rotation and a stretch into the lower lumbar spine. Almost like a massage there of the back. Perfect. And then back to that neutral position. Walk the heels in and place the hands just on the hips and do a little zip and a rock of the pelvic floor. So as if you were zipping and rocking the pelvic floor and then releasing. A little rock and a tilt to the pelvis, a little release back down. So you draw the navel to the spine, a tiny little lift of the pelvic floor, and then a release. If you place your hands on your hips, you can feel it rock towards your navel and then back into a flat back rock and release, rock and release. Place the palms to the earth. See if you can touch your ankles with your fingertips. Realign your knees so the knees are pointing up to the sky. And then push the palms into the earth and lift the hips into a wonderful bridge as you inhale. So feel the connection underneath the feet, underneath the palms, underneath the shoulders, and exhale, sink towards the earth. A little rock and a tilt to the pelvis. Little massage of the lower back, a lifting of the hips, scooping up as high as you can, feeling the stretch in the lumbar spine, a strengthener for the back, and then sink down to the earth with control. Turn the palms to the sky, relax the shoulders away from the ears, and float the arms up, either up to the sky or overhead as you inhale. As you exhale, float down towards the earth with control and sink and melt into the mat. So inhale those hips high, scoop those arms overhead. Create that lovely length from the top of the knees to the fingertips. And then exhale, reconnect, and melt down to the earth with control. Inhale those hips high, scoop up and over. Exhale, sink to the earth with control. Lovely. One more time. Inhale nice and high. Exhale. Down to the earth. Let's crunch into a little ball. And then rock up into that seated position. Sitting tall. Float the arms up. Big stretch. And exhale. Fold towards the toes. Soften the brow. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, just sink your heart to your thighs. Melting your chest down. Soften your brow. Just do a lovely letting go. Then slide along your shins, into your knees, into your thighs. Coming into an all fours position, or stay seated if you have kneeling issues. Palms down, a little slope down from the shoulder to the wrists. Arching through the back, exhale. Dip in the spine, inhale. So it's a wonderful wake up for the back. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, floating the crown of the head, looking up at the sky. Exhale, rounding through the spine, arching the back. Inhale, lift the crown of the head. Let's just do two more. Arch and dangle the neck, noting any areas of tightness or tension. And dip in the spine. Do a little wiggle there, releasing the lumbar spine. Last time. Exhale. And inhale. Perfect. Tuck in the toes, push back towards the heels, so you're getting that stretch there into the ankles and the toes, and lift into that downward facing dog, or stay in all fours if you need to. So you're in that perfect inverted V. The hips are high, the palms are wide, the head is hanging, the neck is long. Feel the connection with the earth underneath the hands, underneath the heels. It's a beautiful stretch out here. Softness in the back. Just take a moment. And float to the top of the mat. Dangling that forward fold. Resting your heart close to your thighs. Softening your brow. And come up like the sun. Wonderful hyperextension of the back. And bring your hands through to heart space. Let's inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Now this time just hang and just release the arms. Soften the brow. Just let all the weight of gravity draw you down. Come up like the sun, nice and controlled, as if you were stacking each vertebrae one upon the other. Open up the chest and bring your hands through to heart space. Again, one more time. Inhale, hyperextension of the back. Exhale, forward fold. Reach towards the earth. Let the head and the neck hang. Softness in the breath. Slide up just halfway. Lovely flat back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Sink towards the earth. And just let go. Softness in the breath. Come up like the sun. Wonderful hyperextension of the back. And bring your hands through to heart space. Perfect. Let's step back into warrior one. Squaring the hips to the top of the mat. Float the arms up like a sword above your head. So from the fingertips in the air down to the heels, you have a wonderful alignment. Open with cactus arms and draw back. So from the crown of the head to the heels, you have lovely alignment, roughly a fist distance between the chin and the chest. Just hold it here, feeling that wonderful stretch. Inhale the arms up, and then as if you were pushing the energy forwards and back, forwards and back. Draw the energy in and then push the energy back out. One more time. And release those shoulders. Step to the top of the mat, hands to heart space. And just take a moment connecting from the crown of the head all the way down to the heels. Inhale up to the sky. Lovely hyper extension of the back. Exhale down to the earth. Reach and touch the floor. Just let the head and the neck hang. Softness in the breath. Halfway lift. Nice flat back. And just totally let go. Maybe take hold of each elbow, hanging the head between the arms, softening, releasing, relaxing the mind and the body. Float up like the sun. And bring your hands through to heart space. Step back with the other foot. Squaring the hips, floating the arms like a sword above your head. So from the fingertips in the air down to the heels, beautiful alignment. Open with cactus arms. Draw back with waterfall arms. Crown of the head, down to the heels. Beautiful alignment. Now float forwards and back. Work in that energy. Draw the energy in and push back out. One more time. And then bring the hands to the heart and close the pose. Stand tall. Lovely hyper extension of the back and exhale. So we're going to sun salutation down to the earth. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt and release. So if you don't want to do a sun salutation, you come up like the sun. Beautiful high prayer and bring your hands to heart space. You can do a few of those. Or you can go with me. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Hands to the floor. Step into a plank or come back up, whatever works for you. Come down to the earth into a baby cobra, uncurling the toes. Lift into an up dog. Lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Softness in the breath. Tuck the toes. The downward facing dog. Scoop up the hips. Melt the heels. Dangle the head. Soften the brow. Just take a moment connecting with the earth underneath the toes, underneath the heels, underneath the palms. Feel that connection. It's wonderful. Softness. Release. Let go. Float to the top of the mat. Dangling that forward fold. Resting your heart close to your thighs and then come up like the sun. Wonderful hyper extension of the back. And bring your hands through to heart space. I'm going to do one more. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt. So you can come up like the sun, or you can step back into a plank. Drop into baby cobra, uncurling the toes. Lift into the up dog. Lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Softness in the breath. Tuck in the toes. Downward facing dog. Scoop up the hips. Melt the heels. Dangle the head. Soften the brow. Take a few more breaths here. Feeling that connection. Melting those heels. Float into the top of the mat. And come up like the sun. Wonderful hyper extension of the back. And bring your hands to heart space. And again, inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt. So keep one foot forward, step back with the other foot. Float into warrior one, all the way up to the sky. Open up and draw back. Length from the top of the head down to the heels. Bring the hands to the heart. Option one would be to step to the top of the mat. Option two, palms to the earth. Come into a plank. Drop into baby cobra. Uncurling the toes. Lift into up dog. Lengthen the neck and the shoulders. Tucking the toes. Downward facing dog. Scoop up the hips. Melt the heels. Dangle the head. Soften the brow. So just take a moment, feeling that connection, feeling that strength. Float into the top of the mat. Dangling that forward fold. Come up like the sun. Wonderful hyperextension of the back. Bring the hands to the heart space. We're going to do one more. I'll show you the easier version. So let's inhale up to the sky. Exhale down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt. Just release, let go. Soften the brow. Step back into warrior one. Square in the hips. Float up nice and high. And open up and draw back. So you can either stay here in warrior one and just float forwards and back, or you can repeat what we did before where we came down to the earth into a plank. So listen to your body, work with your body. So I'm staying with the slightly easier option. If you want to go down to the earth and then into a downward facing dog, you can do. Listen to your body. Wonderful. Work with your body. Everybody's different. And then we're going to meet at the top of the mat when you're ready with your hands at heart space. Perfect. So take a moment. Standing tall in mountain pose. So really feel the connection from the top of the head down to the heels. Wonderful hyperextension of the back, and open the chest and rotate those shoulders. So we're just going to step wide into warrior two. Squaring the hips. Sink into the pose. Reverse warrior. Elbow to the sky. Eye gaze to the heels. And stretch. Lovely, lovely stretch. And then straighten both legs. Reach up. Turning the toes. Other side. Sink into the pose. Reverse warrior. Elbow to the sky. Eye gaze to the heels. Stretching the body. And stretch. Perfect. Both toes point into the side edge of the mat. Lead with the heart to the earth. So head and heart can be level, or you can reach down to the toes. Let the crown of the head face the earth. Maybe take hold of each elbow. Hang in the head between the arms. Softening the brow. Maybe take both hands to one ankle. Stretching all the way down the side of that leg. Or maybe to the other side. Maybe just in front, hanging, releasing, softening, letting go. And come up like the sun. Wonderful. Step to the top of the mat. Hands at heart space. So we're going to come up onto our tiptoes, the full body stretch. Inhale up to the sky. Engage through those tummy muscles, reaching up onto those tiptoes, down onto those heels, onto those tiptoes, down onto those heels. We're going to vinyasa to the earth. Here we go. Breathing in, hyperextension of the back. Breathing out. Just hang, release, softness. Halfway lift. Then sink. Hands to the earth. Step into a plank. Drop into baby cobra. Uncurling the toes. Ooh, yes. Lift into up dog. Into all fours. Melt your heart down, puppy dog. Third eye to the earth, bottom stays high. There's a wonderful stretch for the upper back. So you sink your heart towards the earth. Take a moment. Beautiful release of the lumbar spine and a stretch out of the upper back. And back into all fours. Arch and release. And then come into a seated position. Perfect. So sitting in Sukhasana, or whatever position is comfortable for you. And a little mobilizer here. Off the neck. Rotating. Bringing the chin to the chest. Relaxing the hands lightly on the knees. And working into areas of tightness and tension. Opposite hands to opposite knees. And again. And release. Hands to the knees. Arch through the spine. Exhale. Lift the crown of the head. Inhale. Arch through the back. And lift the crown of the head. Perfect. Bring the hands to heart space. Let's just take a moment to connect from the crown of the head all the way down to the root. The crown of the head is a connection with the universe, and the root is rootiness and groundedness into the earth. So just take a moment. Inhale up to the sky. Positive energy. Exhale. Negative energy. Breathe in hope. Breathe in joy. Breathe in happiness. Let go of sadness, darkness, and fear. Now bring your hands through to your heart space. And by your actions, let's only do good deeds. Bring your hands to your lips, and by your words, let's only say kind things to everybody we meet. Then bring your hands to your third eye, and by your thoughts and your intuition, let it lead you throughout the day and the night. From the love and the light that shines from me to you. Until we meet again, namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me.